All right, here we go, chat. The match that we've all been waiting for when the draw come out. And maybe, I mean, in terms of this rivalry, maybe the thing that the match we're most interested in seeing, because we've seen these two play 5 times. It's all been Penko. The last time being a couple weeks or a couple months ago, and it was really, really one-sided. But we haven't seen them play on clay. And you would think that being on a clay court would give Swiatek a little bit more confidence, because clay is her surface. But let's have a look at the preview, because these two ladies have played a bunch. Iga Swiatek versus Jelena Ostapenko is a blockbuster quarterfinal in the Stuttgart Open for 2025. And both players have had different roads to get to this stage. Ostapenko entered the tournament unseeded and will take on Yastremska in the first round. After winning the first set, Yastremska would be forced to retire, handing Ostapenko the win. 6-3-3 love retirement. In the second round, she'd take on the number 7 seed Navarro. And this was a battle. After splitting the first 2 sets, Penko would run away with the third, 7-5, 3-6, 6-2, to advance to the quarterfinals. Swiatek entered the tournament as the number 2 seed, and we get a bye in the first round. In the second round, she'd take on the qualifier Fett. There's no problem getting through in straights, 6-2, 6-2, to advance to the quarterfinals. These two have played 5 times before, with Ostapenko leading 5-0 in the head-to-head, including a match earlier this year in Doha in the semi-finals where Ostapenko won 3-1. So it's going to be really tough for Swiatek to get the win here, but it is the first time they've ever played on a clay court, so maybe that gives Swiatek a little bit of the edge. If Ostapenko's going to win this one, just to go out there and bully Swiatek like she does every time they play. The last time they played in Doha in February was really interesting to see how Penko came out and almost had won the match before she even played a point. She looked so confident. She's used that on this clay court if she's going to get the win. If Swiatek's going to win this one, she needs to get off to a good start, but also believe that she is the better clay courter. We know that Penko has won a French Open in the past. It's not like she can't play on clay, but with the service being a bit slower, you got to think Swiatek's got to have a chance of winning this one, and especially having won this tournament before, she's got to use that confidence and be a little bit more aggressive to move Penko around. We love this matchup. It's such a peculiar matchup. It's a really weird one because Penko just keeps winning against Swiatek. But I think this time, Swiatek's going to break it, and she's going to finally win in a 3-setter. I reckon she'll get the win. Just because it's on the clay court, I give an edge to Swiatek. But Penko's very dangerous. It's going to be interesting to see who you got making the semis. All right, so Ostapenko has beaten Yastremska and Navarro. Navarro was a very good win. She beat her in 3. And then, of course, Swiatek got a bye in the first round and then took out Fett in the second. Winner of this match will take on Alexandrova, who just demolished Pegula, which was interesting. So, yeah, not going to get any easier for Swiatek because Alexandrova also very dangerous player for Swiatek. Let's just get through Penko first. Jelena Ostapenko, she is 24 years old, 24 in the world, 27 years old from Latvia, 5'6" right-handed. She's got 7 wins, 9 losses on the year. Hasn't had a great season, but it only takes a couple of matches and she'll get back into form, as she has this week. No titles this year, but she's got 8 career titles. And her form has been terrible, but it doesn't matter because she's playing against somebody she's never lost to. Iga Swiatek, number 2 in the world, 23 years old from Poland. She is 5'9" right-handed, 21 wins, 6 losses on the year. She has got no titles this year, but she has got 22 career titles. And her form has been solid, but has no titles to show for it since last year's French Open. And the head-to-head 5-0 Penko. The Doha match they played a couple of months ago was very one-sided. Very one-sided. Here we go, chat. By the way, Runa is up 5-3 against Hashanov, and Cerundolo is up 6-2 first set against Shelton. So that has all happened happening over there, and we've got Alcaraz taking on Fils in a couple of hours. So hopefully this match will well, I don't know if this match is going to be a long match, but we'll see. All right, how are we doing, Chad? Are we excited for this one? Are we nervous for this one? How are we feeling about this one? I'm optimistic. I think Swiatek can get it done. I think if she can't get it done today, it leaves like slow clay courts the only other possible option to beat Penko on, right? I mean, yeah. I think Swiatek kind of has to win this match, not just for the rivalry, but for the confidence on clay. You know, you don't want to start the clay court season losing, right? I mean, she lost to Raducanu this time last year at this tournament and went on to do well anyway, but I don't know. I feel like Swiatek's got a lot more at stake. I mean, Penko, if Penko gets good, and gets back in the top 10 eventually, or even top 15, and becomes more consistent, Swiatek's got to figure out how to beat her, because she might have to play her a lot more. Wake up, Cam. Runa is winning. You still aren't watching him. Hello. Bro, we watched him the other day. Are you serious? Bro came in here for this very important match and just yelling at me. Bro, you just need to relax about it, buddy, all right? You relax. And we'll see you next time. We literally watched him yesterday. But where were you? Where the hell were you yesterday? I didn't see you in the chat yesterday. Where were you? Rude Runa, you were missing. You were absent. I took roll call and you weren't even here. See, this is not nice, is it? It's not nice, is it? Is Penko good on clay? Yes. She is. And this is not like normal clay. This is a little bit slipperier, a little bit faster than Roland Garros clay. Again, a little bit more suited. It was just saw Alexandrova beat Pegula. Alexandrova is more like Penko than Pegula is more like Swiatek, right? I mean, Penko beating Navarro. And people think Navarro is very similar to Swiatek in ways. So, big hitters are winning. Raducanu won this title last year. Sabalenka's made the final here a few times. It's this tournament does help big hitters. So let's see. Let's go Penko. Yeah, all the Penko fans are in. They love this matchup. 2-4, Swiatek easy. Okay. Confidence. I love it. It's a fast clay, not really a clay. Yeah, it's not like, I don't think it's as fast as Madrid, but it's faster than Roland Garros. Like, they don't play on this surf. This is a different style of surface, or a different clay than Roland Garros clay. But still, this is a big deal. Runa won the first at 6-3, by the way. Runa Alcaraz final in Barcelona. I'd love that. That'd be awesome. Indoor clay, no wind. Yeah, you don't have to deal with the elements. You don't have to deal with the weather. It's not slow. Like if it's raining outside and you're playing on clay, things can get really slow. So it's good conditions. It's climatized. So let's see. Let's see what happens. By the way, Shelton just broke in the second. All right, let's go. Clay court Shelton. Here we go. Yeah, Pegula got wrecked by Alexandrova, but I wasn't super surprised at that one because I thought Alexandrova is no joke. Hashanov had no break point opportunities in the set. Okay. Fair enough. Alexandrova's very dangerous. Saturday's upset day. All right. Well, I just made $50 betting on the Tigers to beat the Gold Coast Suns, so that helped. So maybe, and they were $9 to win, so maybe it is upset day. They just warm up the serves. Penko's going to serve first, by the way. Didn't Pegula win Charleston on the green clay? She did. She just did. But she did. Alexandrova and her have got a very close head-to-head. It's 2-2. And the last two times they played, it was 3 sets. So I had a feeling Alexandrova was going to win that one. Just because last time they played was in Charleston, and it went 3 sets. And Pegula got the win, but it was very, very close. So I'm a little surprised it was that one-sided, but I'm not surprised that Alexandrova won. Penko already starting to hit winners in the practice. Yep. Yeah, I mean, Alexandrova was... she got 4-2 in the third of Charleston as well. There you go. Should have won Charleston too, yeah. Fair enough. If Penko opens with a return winner like Doha, I'm done? Okay. All right. Well, let's wait and see. She's not going to hit a return winner, though, because she's serving. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's really funny when people just come in here and like, are you bored? You got nothing better to do? I guess people are bored. It's Saturday. Swiatek getting her revenge today? I think she will, yeah. I picked her in 3. I think she'll figure it out. How bright is Penko's dress? I can't tell. I couldn't see. I'll check. Madrid draw comes out the next couple of days. Penko's wearing black. Like she's at a funeral. All right. Chat. I've got Swiatek in 3. Who you got? Let me know. Who you got? Penko serving first. She's wearing all black except for the hat. The hat is white. All right. Penko serves. Into the back of Swiatek return. Into the forehand of Penko. Swiatek forehand on the stretch. Penko already gets the point. 15 love. Swiatek having to scramble already. 15 love. Why do I yawn so much? Because I'm a human being. As with a fault from Penko. Second serve. Into the back of Swiatek. Good return, but no, it's long. Swiatek went too aggressive. 30 love. 30 love. Yeah, silly questions. That's all right. I guess people are curious. Why do I breathe so much? Again, because I have to. First serve the fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand, Swiatek. Return goes out, man. Swiatek is attacking, but missing the returns. 40 love. How many times Ostapenko wins Stuttgart? 0. 40 love. Let's serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Is a double fault. Penko's not convinced. Remember, Hawkeye... no. People do the line calls. But she's not going to challenge. All right, 40-15. I thought it was Hawkeye, but no. There's lines people here. All right, 40-15. Now, Runa is up 6-3, 1 love against Hashanov, and Sean's up 2 love in the second set against Cerundolo, but Cerundolo won the first 6-2. As a return goes out by Swiatek, Penko, 1 love. It's going to be the Swiatek serve that's going to be a big difference too. She's going to have to serve well. First serves have to go in because we know what Penko does on second serves. We also know what Penko does on first serves that are not aggressive enough. So Swiatek's serve is going to be massive. If she doesn't serve well, she ain't winning this match. Penko's record in quarterfinals, by the way, 27 wins, 18 losses. Decent. I'm sure Swiatek's is some ridiculous number, but that's pretty decent. 27 wins, 18 losses. She wins more than she loses. That's a good record. All right, Swiatek to serve. This is what... Well, look, this is what Wim Fizet has been brought on to do, right? He's been brought on to help her get more aggressive against these types of players. It's worked against Raducanu. It's kind of backfired a little bit against Gauff at the moment, but we'll see if that, we'll see if they play again, if it changes. But that's why Wim Fizet's here. He's here to help Swiatek figure out how to beat players like Penko more often, or players like Penko beat finally, right? That's why he's here, and the serve is a huge part of that. As she serves down the tee, a fault Swiatek, second serve. Second serve. Serve out wide. The forehand to Penko. Return is good. Swiatek gets there with a slice. As Penko forehand goes down the line, but it's long. Okay. Swiatek gets a little lucky. 15 love. 15 love. Penko hit a massive return, but then missed the forehand down the line. Swiatek serves. No, she doesn't. Swiatek serves. A fault in the net. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. Penko pressure. There's a Penko pressure. $15-all. Rune getting a real easy win today. Yeah, Holger Rune is on fire. It's not like Khachanov is a scrub. It's just that Rune is it's going crazy. Up a set and a break. All right, 15-all. Swiatek serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault again for Swiatek. 15-30. 15-30. Swiatek already in trouble with two double faults. What did I say about the serve? 15-30. Serve. There's a fault again by Swiatek. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of the Penko. Return is into the back of Swiatek. Penko backhand is a winner. Chat, Penko's only lost 1 point in this game, and that was because she hit it out. Uh-oh. Swiatek's got to get first serves in. She has to get first serves in. She serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Penko. She smacks it back for a return winner. And Swiatek's already shaking her head. Bad. It's the worst start for Swiatek. The worst possible start. Two double faults. A bunch of aggressive returns by Penko. And a break. Swiatek is already in trouble. 2-love. We've seen this before, chat. We saw this in Doha. It was very similar. Serving to the back, and it's a fault by Penko. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand. Swiatek return is... Oh, it was called out, but it was in. And they're going to replay the... They're going to replay the point. I don't know if Penko would have got that back. Oh, wait. Was Swiatek shuts out? Wait, what happened? No, they're going to replay the point. Swiatek had a good return and Penko shanked it. So umpire's saying that Penko was distracted, but we'll see. They're going to replay the point anyway. Swiatek, 50-50 that call, I reckon. First serve the fault, second serve. Second serve. The backhand of Swiatek. Return to the backhand of Penko. Swiatek backhand on the stretch. In the net. 15-love. 15-love. Serve again. $15-love. Penko, it's Ostapenko, mate. Hey, mate. Relax. It's Easter. As that goes out by Swiatek, 30-love. The bunny comes tonight, leave some carrots out, and he'll give you some chocolate. That's what apparently happens. 30 love. There's a default second serve. Second serve. As the return goes out by Swiatek off a second serve. That's a huge... Oh, wait. Swiatek's saying double fault. Penko doesn't know it. Swiatek reckons it was a double fault. The umpire's going to check. And the umpire's going to say it was good. 40 love. I'll let you off because it's Easter. Thank you. You're very generous. 40 love. Penko to get to 3 love here. Back into the line of the forehand Swiatek. Forehand from Penko. Again to the forehand Swiatek. Is Penko on the stretch with a slice. That goes out. All right. 40-15. That was better by Swiatek. 40-15. Did Swiatek win just 1 point in the whole match? No, 2. I think. Or 3 points. 3 points. I think she's won a point a game. 40-15, I think. But who cares about winning points? It's about winning games. 40-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. To the backhand Swiatek. Good return. Penko with a pass. Swiatek with a volley. That's a winner. Hey! That's a good tactic, but, I mean, it's not easy to do that, but she made it look easy, Swiatek. 40-30. That's a good rally. 40-30. As we get a fault by Ostapenko, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Chip return into the forehand of Ostapenko. Swiatek on the stretch goes long and it's 3 love and Penko is already shouting. Somebody in the chat just said Penko's more vocal than usual when she plays Swiatek. That is so true. Penko is always up for this one. This is her Grand Slam final. Every time she plays Swiatek, it's like, this is my match. This is my thing. This is my favorite match. Penko's walking out on court just like chin up high. Like, hello everybody, I'm here to win. That's how she walked out on court. Hello. Yes, it's me. I am the boogie woman. 3 love. Man. 3 love. I'll tell you what, if Swiatek and Penko play at the French, I hope they do, in a 4th round. That would be something. That would be something. Penko wakes up for these matches against Swiatek. I know, right? It's crazy. And then Penko forgets how to play in the next round. Well, Alexandra over Penko in a semi. That's interesting. If we get that. It's still only 1 break, though, and we just started, so... I mean, let's not freak out. It's only 1 break. All right, Swiatek to serve. The first serve needs to start working. She can't afford to miss first serves against this lady. Can you imagine Penko driving off in this car, in this Porsche? Maybe that's added motivation. Hey, I want that car. Sabalenka versus Penko in the final for the car. Both would really want to drive that thing. They both want it in the driveway. As we get a return from Penko, that goes long. Good serve. First serve went in. First serve won the point. 15 love. Penko Porsche. That's it. 15 love. 15 love. Swiatek serves again. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Porsche Penko, that's it. Second serve. Double fault. It's a third double fault already. Swiatek in 2 games. That just shows how much pressure she has when she's serving against this lady's return. Just shows how scared she is of this this lady's return. All right. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Penko steps into the baseline. Second serve down to see the backhand of Penko. Backhand from Swiatek. Into the backhand of Penko. Down the line of the forehand. Swiatek is Penko. Forehand cross. Swiatek gets it again. Penko now on the stretch. Goes wide on the forehand cross, and it's 30-15. Penko versus Sabalenka is good to watch with no volume on. Why is that? What do you mean? That sounds like... Why would you do that? 30-15. Without the volume, then how are you going to get into the match? It's going to be really awkward. If you put it on mute, you're just going to sit there in the silence. It's weird. And as that goes out by Swiatek 30-all, maybe you should play some music or something in the background just so it's not awkward. Because can you imagine just sitting there, just watching a blank screen? It would be kind of like just watching the tennis with no sound. Weird. I'm uncomfortable thinking about it. 30-all. Now Swiatek serves. Into the forehand of Penko. There's the return winner of a first serve.
Unbelievable, 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 unbelievable.
30-40. 30-40. For a double break. $30-40. And a first serve is in the net from Swiatek. Second serve. Second serve. Penko looks so ready to hit this for a winner. Second serve into the backhand of Penko. Returning to the back of Swiatek. Penko backhand. Cross court. Swiatek slice. Penko forehand. Cross court. Swiatek can't get it back. And it's 4-love. Different day, different surface, same Penko. Same score. 4-love. 17 minutes played. And Ostapenko is just doing the thing. She's just doing that thing. You know that thing the thing that she does when she plays this lady, this thing? She's doing the thing again. She's doing the same thing. All right, Penko. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand Swiatek. Forehand from Penko is long. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. That's a fault. Second serve. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got Alcaraz taking on Feast after this match, which should be a banger. That match should be a banger as Swiatek hits a return winner. All right, medicine.
This is going to be on Tennis TV.
Love 30. Backhand return winner of a second serve. That's got to feel good. Love 30. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand, Swiatek in return just goes long. She almost did another return winner. 15-30. So a little chance here for Swiatek to get some break points. 15-30. Serving to the slash, Swiatek. Return goes in the forehand, Penko. Penko puts it away, 30-all. Just joined. What is happening? The same thing that always happens when these two play. Ostapenko comes out here and plays the best tennis of the year. She just plays her best tennis. She saves it for this matchup. Crazy. 30-all. Serve out wide the forehand. Swiatek backing it from Penko down the middle. Swiatek backhand cross. Penko's got it. Into the forehand. Swiatek is... We got a forehand from Penko on the stretch. Goes wide. All right. Break point back to get one back. 30-40. 30-40. Why Swiatek not shouting like Penko to put scary pressure on her like Yazda and Smile? Swiatek's psychologist is useless. I wouldn't mind Swiatek getting angry, to be honest. Like angry, like not angry internally, like, you know, at herself or at a coach, but like play angry. Like come out here and just like you said, as she gets the break back, one of them, for one. Like, I don't think it's in her personality, but I wouldn't mind if she did just like, you know, turn around and just like, yeah, shout. Like, even if it was just a big, like, come on, right? Or just something to kind of like, you know. Because look, this is again, like we always see, Penko bullying Swiatek with tennis. I would love to see her turn around and just like shout at Penko. You know, just be like, I'm not afraid. You know, I got this. Like, I think that would just send a message. And maybe Penko laughs and maybe Penko doesn't get intimidated by that. But for Swiatek just to be like, no, I'm not doing this again. I'm not having this happen again. Like, I wanted to get angry about it. You know, if she starts getting angry at herself or angry at the coach, then that's the wrong. I feel like she needs to like direct the anger to the player that's kicking her ass all the time. Get angry at Penko. You know? Not angry at her. You know what I'm saying? Not like get angry at Ostapenko and be like, I don't like you. Like, not like that. Just get angry. Just, you know. Like, fire up a little bit. But again, it's not really in her nature to do that. She doesn't really do that. You know? She fires up within herself, but not like outwardly at somebody or towards whatever, you know? Anyway, she wins the game. She hasn't held serve yet, though, but 4-1. By the way, Cerundolo is back on serve at 4-4 against Shelton. And Runa up a set in 4-2 against Hashanov. Yeah, like a little bit of aggression. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like... Because I think of like Sabalenka, right? I know they're totally different people. But I think of Sabalenka, and if this was happening to Sabalenka, she'd win a game and she would roar. I feel like she would roar and she'd just be like she would just, maybe she's a bit more intimidating, but I feel like that's, you know, Sabalenka would do that, or Gauff would do that, right? They'd just be like sick of this shit and they'd just get angry and roar. But again, Swiatek's not really like that. But maybe in this match she has to be like that. You know, maybe in this matchup she needs to be a little bit more vocal. As Penko hits a return, but I think it was wide. No, it was in. All right.
Unbelievable.
Swiatek had a little bit of a slip, and Penko hit a great return winner. That was such an easy winner, too. It was like effortless winner. Just a cross-court return winner. I love 15. There's a default second serve. Second serve. Into the back into Penko. Return is good again. And the slice goes in the net by Swiatek. Love 30. Swiatek's serve is just not bothering Penko at all. Like, it is not putting her under any pressure. I feel like Swiatek should just do an underarm serve. Why not? What else are you going to do, right? Why not? Why not? Love 30. Serve down to the backhand of Penko. Return goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Penko, backhand. Cross court. Swiatek's running again as Penko backhand down the line. That's a winner. Love 40. Chat, I don't think I've seen... I can't think of I can't think... Maybe Swiatek against somebody. Maybe Swiatek against Gauff at the start of their rivalry for a while. But I can't think of anyone who is less intimidated by their opponent than Penko is of Swiatek. 5-1. Penko breaks again. Maybe Swiatek Gauff early on. That was definitely Swiatek came out and was just okay, whatever. But other than that, recent times, I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. I know we can go back to Serena and stuff, but I'm talking about recently. Recently. A match that just does not bother. One player is just not bothered at all by the other person. I mean, not when it's somebody who's higher ranked than the... it's different when Swiatek's number 1 and playing against, Gauff number 5 or whatever. But when it's Penko number 25 versus Swiatek number 2, how is... I don't think there's anything like that. There hasn't been anything like that. That a low-ranked player is so unbothered by the number 2 in the world. It's just you don't scare me. I know you bagel people, but I don't get it. I don't get what you're talking. What's the bakery all about? I don't know what that is. That's what it's at. Where we're at. It's wild. Love 15. And Swiatek returns the forehand of Penko. Forehand of Swiatek into the forehand of Penko on the stretch. That goes in the net. Love 30. Now Swiatek is getting into the return games, which is a positive. It is fascinating. I know, right? It's just so... We don't know we don't know why, but we do know why, because it's a matchup issue. It's a player that hits the ball very aggressively against someone who is intimidated by that aggression, And it's not like Penko's the only player that Swiatek struggled against with this style. Swiatek struggled against Raducanu at times, Sabalenka at times. On certain courts, Alexandra was in the semi-final. She lost to her last year. Collins has been sort of, a problem for Swiatek at times. So it's not like Penko's the only player that plays this style that challenges Swiatek. We know that big hitters she does struggle against, but this match is just it's just so one-sided. And so, I mean, today it's 5-1 already. What are we doing? $15.40 though. Penko with a fault second serve. It boggles the mind. Yeah, it boggles the mind to think, what does Swiatek have to do? Hope that Penko plays bad? I mean, that's not really something that she does here. She never plays bad against Swiatek, it seems. 30-40. And when she does, she wins anyway. All right, still break point for Swiatek to get one of the breaks back. But it's not about breaking, it's about holding serve for Swiatek. He hasn't held yet. 30-40. Serve. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Return goes to the forehand of Penko. Swiatek forehand. Again to the forehand of Ostapenko. Swiatek on the stretch. Into the forehand of Penko. Swiatek with the backhand cross. Penko's with a slice now. Swiatek gets with the backhand down the line. Penko's there though. And then Swiatek with the backhand cross. Penko's back in the rally with a slice down the line, but it's wide, and there's a break back. And Swiatek with a little shake of the fist. All right, 5-2. But again, it's not about the returns, it's about the serve. Swiatek's got to hold serve. That is where she's getting beat. All right, 5-2. Penko with the break still, but Swiatek getting games. Runa for the title. What's going on with Runa? Holy shit, Runa's about to win. Runa versus Feast or Runa versus Alcaraz is fire. Love to see it. Runa's back, baby. Runa is back. hot take, if Swiatek holds here, I think she'll actually win the set. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. We will see. All right. Swiatek. I feel like even if she loses this set, she has to hold this game. Just for her own confidence going into the second. Also, like, if she does lose this game, she's going to have to serve second in the second, which has proven difficult already today, being behind on the scoreboard. So this is a huge game for Swiatek for her chances of winning. If she gets broken here, you got to think that unless Penko falls off the momentum train, it's going to be over pretty shortly. Huge game for Swiatek here. (5-2) Penko. Seven to the forehand of Ostapenko. Great return to the back of Swiatek. Forehand of Penko goes wide. All right. Penko makes the error. 15 love. Nice serve from... Nice defense from Swiatek, I should say. All right, 15 love. Serve to the back of Penko. Return goes back to Swiatek. Penko forehand on the stretch. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek gets a line. Okay. 30 love. That's got to help. 30 love. Penko just kind of watched that ball go in. Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. Banger final with Runa. Love that. All right, serve again from Swiatek. Penko steps on the baseline. As the return goes into the forehand of Penko. Down the line from Penko was long, and it's 40 love. Swiatek's just getting Penko off balance a little bit in this game. 40 love. Runa hit 11 winners and 1 unforced error in the second set. Crazy. Runa is he back in the top 10? Is that true? He is. He's number 9 in the world. Runa's back, baby. Holy shit. Just in time. Wow. And if Feast ends up beating Runa in the final, Feast can't get top 10 yet, but Feast is climbing too. Backhand return winner by Penko, 40-15. If Runa wins a title, he can't go any higher than 9, so he's going to be number 9. Holy shit. And then if Feast wins the title, he will be number 11, just behind Medvedev at number 10. Wow. Interesting. All right, 40-15. Penko returns the backhand Swiatek. Penko backhand down the line. Swiatek said it was a forehand, but it's in the net, 40-30. Also, Zverev and Alcaraz are fighting for number 2 spot this week. I didn't even realize that was a thing. So if Zverev wins Munich and Alcaraz doesn't win Barcelona, then Zverev is number 2 again. But if Zverev loses before the final, doesn't win the title and Alcaraz wins today, then it's over. Then Alcaraz is number 2. So they're fighting for number 2 in the world at the moment, which is kind of crazy. I didn't realize that was a thing. Anyways, first it was a fault. Swiatek second serve, 40-30. Yeah, lots of ranking changes within the top 10. All right, return net by Penko. All right, Swiatek holds serve for the first time today. Had to fight for it, but she gets it. And it's going to be Penko serving for the set again. All right, 5-3. Ostapenko serving for the first set. Oh. Hashanov had no break point opportunities. Wow. Runa was serving like a beast. Wow. Love that for Runa. Penko serving for the set again. First serve is fault, second serve. Yeah, please don't put scores in chat. Appreciate it. All right, nice hitting there from Penko. 15 love. 15 love. And Penko just yelling after that, winning that point too. She was happy with that one. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Down the tee. And Swiatek shanks it into the roof. 30 love. Shelton and Cerundolo about to go to a tie break in the second, by the way. 30 love. Penko serves again. An ace. 40 love. All right. 40 love. Penko with the 3 set points. Take the first set. Ace out wide. There it is. First set in the bag. Goes to Ostapenko, but I tell you, chat, the last look, optimism is just, I know it's rare these days, but optimism, it says that Swiatek ended that set a little bit better, and maybe can build off some confidence, maybe off that last couple of games. She wasn't playing terribly in the last couple of games, Swiatek. She was playing much better than the first couple of games. Optimism is, we need more optimism. By the way, people that write in the comments of my video and give away the prediction, can you not do that anymore? Can you please not do that? It's really like people have like why just let people watch the video. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil the prediction. Anyways, we had 5 breaks of serve in that game or in that set. 9 service games, 3 for Penko. 3 out of 3 break points converted for Penko. Swiatek 2 out of 4. So it's a pretty even set. Just the unforced errors, Swiatek 3 winners and 12 errors. I mean, there was a lot of errors by Swiatek, but she is obviously very nervous playing against this lady. Draper won't drop out of the top 10. He is defending only 100 points in the rest of the clay court season. Yeah, Draper should be in the top 10 till Wimbledon. What's harder, winning a slam or beating Swiatek 5-0? More players have won slams than beat Swiatek 5-0. So beating Swiatek 5-0 is probably harder because no one else has done it. So if only one person's done it, and then like lots of people have won slams, not saying that that's easy, but I mean, you're asking me. Swiatek in 3, ha ha ha. Is that your prediction or are you laughing at mine? Because last I saw the score, it's only 1 set, and Penko won it, so that's good for me because I said Swiatek would win in 3. So I don't know who you're laughing at, brother. For a long time, I haven't heard of Raducanu. Did she retire? Yeah, but Felix, you don't like Raducanu, so why do you care? Like, I know you're only saying that because you're like, you want her to retire, but she still plays. Sorry, she still plays, buddy. Unfortunately for you, you can't laugh at her anymore because she's not playing this week. But you can come back next week and ha ha ha. You know. Anyways, double fault Swiatek. God damn these serves. Love 15. That's what my dog has to say about that. All right. Love 15 as Swiatek serves an ace. All right. 15-0. As we serve again into the backhand of Penko, but no, it's a let. A let from Swiatek. First serve again. First serve's a fault this time. Second serve. Serve. Double fault. All right, 15-30. Oh, man. The intimidation is real. 15-30. Double fault, say it. Double fault, say it all. 15-30. She says a fault again. Second serve. Second serve. Penko standing inside the baseline. Second serve to the back of Penko. Return goes long. All right. Good second serve. 30-all. Serve again for Swiatek. Here's a fault. Second serve. Again, Penko steps in. God, such a Serena tactic. Second serve, Swiatek. Into the backhand of Penko. Return goes in the back of Swiatek. Penko backhand slice in the net. 40-30. Swiatek to take the first game of the second. $40-30. We get a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Penko. Good return. Swiatek gets with the forehand. It's Penko forehand again. The forehand Swiatek. Penko on the stretch. Goes in the net. And Swiatek's finally starting to get into these rallies. All right. 1-love. Swiatek leads for the first time today. By the way, Shelton is about to win the second set in the Cerundolo match. Clay court Shelton coming back, baby. All right. Well, love. 2 holes in a row. Yep. Let's see if she can now, with the lead, hold and take on some serves. Try and get some returns herself. By the way, Swiatek's record in quarterfinals: 40 wins, 8 losses, and I think a couple of those losses have been to Penko. All right, Swiatek asking advice from the coach. The coach is giving her his tactics, but Penko serves too strong. 15-love. Sinner used to be 0-6 against Medvedev, and now it's 8-7. Swiatek can do it. Yeah, but that wasn't... Medi got Sinner when Sinner was not good. You know, like, this isn't like, you know, Penko hasn't played this Swiatek before. It's like, no, she has. She's played great Swiatek. Like, she's played a great version of Swiatek. It's not like Swiatek was, 18 years old and Penko was just bullying her and winning easily. Penko has been beating up number 1 in the world, Iga Swiatek, right? I mean, that's the difference. Whereas Medi was up 0-6 because Sinner was not ready. Sinner wasn't. He was losing 5-setters at Grand Slams to everybody. To all random people. Swiatek is bageling people. Then Penko comes in and says, "Well, not me," and then this happens. Oops, spoke too soon. Shelton hasn't won the set yet. Whoops. Wait a second. Hang on. Now it's 30 love. You have a feeling Swiatek might win today? I had a feeling yesterday Tsitsipas was going to win, and it turns out it was just indigestion. So, I don't know. Anyways, first serve's a fault, 40 love. Second serve. Second serve, the forehand Swiatek. Forehand from Penko. Into the forehand Swiatek as Penko slice. Goes wide, 40-15. $40-15. $40-15. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. When can a sober Sinner do... What could a sober Sinner do at Roland Garros? I don't know what you're saying. As it goes out on the return by Swiatek, and it's 1-0. What do you mean sober Sinner? He doesn't play drunk. He plays... I don't think Sinner drinks before his matches. I don't know. What do you mean by sober? 1-1. Swiatek serves. Into the backhand of Penko. Backhand from Swiatek to the forehand of Penko. Into the forehand of Swiatek, who hits it wide. Love 15. What do you mean? Oh, God. Why is that a funny... Why is that funny? It's not funny. That's not funny. It's kind of funny. It's not funny, though. What do you mean? That's a good one. I'll give you that. That's good. That's a good one. Love 15. It's too soon, but it's funny. Is it a serve? Nope, we don't. Swiatek with the serve. Hey, Shelton won the second. Let's go! Come on. Ben, Shelton, Clay caught, whatever. Anyways, return there by Penko, 15-0. Who leaves the top 10? Rude. Rude fell out of the top 10, and Runa entered the top 10. By the way, don't forget to sub if you haven't already. We're trying to get to a 250k by the end of the year, and we are at 235, so we're almost there. As that goes out by Penko, 30-15. If you like Iga Swiatek, we cover all her matches. And we also watch a lot of Penko as well. If you're an Ostapenko fan. We've in fact watched this matchup. This is the fourth time we're watching these two play. We watched them play Dubai back in 22. We watched them play in the US Open in 23. We watched them play this year in Doha, and we're also watching right now. So yeah, so we watched them play 4 out of the 6 times they've played now. As Penko hits a slice down the line, the backhand slice is Swiatek, but it goes wide by Iga, and it's 30-0. 30-0. Chance for a break point for Penko as Swiatek says the fault. Second serve. Second serve. $30 second serve. Penko steps in. Hits a backhand deadline for a winner. I think Swiatek was trying to go for a body serve and it just didn't come in enough to the body, and Penko smacked it away. I think she was trying to trying to hit a body serve, and Penko was like, no. 30-40. Penko to get the break in the second. Serve again. There's a fault by Swiatek. Second serve. Second serve. There's a return. Ooh, just missed by Penko, and it's deuce. We get to deuce. Penko just missed that. All right, serve. Into the back of Penko. Return goes to the front of Swiatek. Penko slice. Goes short. Swiatek comes to the net with a slice forehand winner. That was a smart shot. And it's advantage Swiatek to keep the lead in the second set. Advantage Swiatek. Serve again. Nope. Yep, serve down. See the forehand of Penko is a let. Serve again from Swiatek. Serve again. Penko return goes wide. Swiatek holds 2-1 in the second. No bakery. But she stays in front. This thing with Ostapenko Swiatek is so funny. Like, why she always lose with her. It's just a matchup problem. It's just Penko is Swiatek's worst nightmare. You know, she's intimidating. Her game style is just perfect. Matchup against Swiatek. Yeah, highly aggressive. And also Swiatek is now, after multiple matches they've played, is now like, you know, she hit a lot of double faults. She's scared. Makes a lot of errors because she just doesn't know what to do. So at first it would have just been Swiatek just getting overpowered, but now it's like so much more, you know, mental. And then it's also mental for Penko, right? It's like, it's definitely, we can see the mentality side for Swiatek because we can see that, you know, the way she plays and she's hitting a lot of errors and she's serving a lot of double faults, and that we know that's all because of Penko mentally as well. But Penko gets a lot of mental confidence from playing this match, right? So it works both ways. One person's confidence goes down and one's goes up. You know, and until Swiatek wins this match and puts a little bit of doubt in Penko's mind, and puts some, you know, gives herself some confidence, it's gonna go like this forever until she finally gets that win. I mean, look at Coco Gauff, right? That's probably the best example we can maybe do. Gauff couldn't beat Swiatek. She couldn't get a set off Swiatek, right? For so long. It was like, what, 6-7-0? And then she wins that one in Cincy. Gets a little confidence. And I think she's won 3 of the last 4 they've played. Maybe 3 of the last 5. So it only took that one win for Gauff to then go, okay, well, I can do that. And then she lost, I think, the next 2. Or maybe the next 1. But then she's beaten her the last few times. So, you know, because what can happen is if Swiatek does win this match, she can go back and go, okay, we've got to win. I love that. I'm confident. I feel good about that. Maybe the next time they play, Penko wins again. You know, maybe, right? Because Penko might have just been like, look, I'll let that one go, right? But Swiatek can build off that and use that example and break it down in the footage and see what she did well and see what Penko maybe struggled with. That's again kind of how I guess Gauff would have worked out how to play Swiatek better. And now, you know, Gauff's won the last 2 against Swiatek, and I would love to see them play again. Maybe we'll see them play this week if Swiatek can come back here. But yeah, it could just take one win for Swiatek, and she could really just figure it out. Find a way and believe that playing this way can win matches against Penko, because so far she's played this way and hasn't won anything. So she has no confidence in the plan, the tactics. She has no confidence in her shots against Penko. But when she, if she gets a win over Penko, she'll go, okay, so I can play and beat her. It's not impossible for me. And then build off that and maybe, win a couple more and make the head-to-head a little closer. And it was love 30. Penko in the net, love 40. Here we go, chat. Penko just dropping some errors. Swiatek smacking some winners. And here we are. Swiatek to get the break. Love 40. As Penko serves. To the back of Swiatek. Return goes into the forehand of Penko. Swiatek gets the break. Penko in the net. 3-1 Swiatek. What's the head-to-head between Gauff and Swiatek? I want to say 9-3. $11-3. Okay. Well. Woo. Okay. My bad. Okay. So. Like, Gauff got the win and then she lost 4 in a row. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. I thought Gauff only lost like 2 in a row. Oh, I'm getting confused. Oh, I missed 2024. Did 2024 even happen? I don't remember. I'm thinking she lost in Cincy, then she won in Cincy, lost in Beijing, and then won the WTA finals. But that was in 23. That was a year before. Okay, I'm confused. Anyways, Gauff has won the last 2. So she's won 2 of the last 2. And it's 15 love. 3 of the last 7. So it's 50-50. 3 of the last 7. I think I must have been getting confused with, like, maybe it was 3 of the last 4 on hard courts, maybe? On clay, Swiatek still dominates Gauff, but 3 of the last 4 on hard courts, I think maybe Coco has won against Swiatek. Or maybe 3 of the last 5. It's a bit more even on the hard courts in their recent match, in their recent history. Anyways, back to this one. 15 love. Swiatek's hitting the ball nice and deep in the court, and then hits it in the net. 15-all. All right, 15-all. Oh, Shelton was down a break and now he's broken back. Let's go. All right, Swiatek 15-all. She's trying to keep this break that she's just gotten, and then Penko's hitting the ball out. She's making a lot of errors now, Penko, 30-15. Her level has dropped. 30-15. Serve again for Swiatek. Down the tee, great serve. Return from Penko goes in. Swiatek gets there with a forehand, pushes it long. 30-all. This is a good defensive return by Penko. 30-all. Which AFL team do I support, Cam? I support Essendon. And we won, so let's go. 30-all. Serve to the backhand of Penko. Great return. Swiatek gets it, but Penko winds up, hits a forehand cross court. Swiatek slices it back. Goes in. Penko backhand. Swiatek back in the rally. Penko backhand again. Swiatek slice goes up. In comes Penko. But Swiatek gets it again. Now Penko's doing some running, but hits a forehand cross court winner. Wow.
This is going to be on biggest.
Swiatek was good defensively, but Penko had the last laugh. 30-40. That was a huge forehand cross court winner. And a big shout as well. Good defense by Swiatek, but it wasn't enough. God, that forehand cross court was ridiculous. And it hit the line too. Oof. That hurts. 30-40. Penko to break back. Who is your breakthrough player this year on the ATP and WTA so far? It's got to be Draper and Andreeva. It has to be, right? Backhand, nope, it's a fault. Second serve, it has to be for me at this stage, right? Draper's gone from 20 in the world or whatever to top 10 and winning Indian Wells, and Andreeva's kind of gone from outside the top 10 into the top 10 and beating everybody in the top 5. So it's got to be those two for me. Second serve, the back of the Penko return is in the net, and we get back to deuce. Penko gave that one away. Yeah, Mensik on the list, but I think Draper's more of a breakthrough than Mensik at this rate. Draper's done more than Mensik. Mensik's been good though too. I mean, he's probably a close second for breakthrough, but it's got to be Draper 1 for me. Serve to the backhand of Penko, but no, Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Penko. Return the forehand of Swiatek, who hits it wide. Penko too strong. Advantage. Ostapenko to get back on serve. All right. Advantage Ostapenko. First serve's a fault by Swiatek, second serve. Mensik beat Djokovic in the final. Yeah, I know he did. Like I said, Mensik's been really good too. But Draper's been better overall for me. As we're back in return from Penko, Swiatek slices it cross court. It goes in. Penko's there, but hits it wide. All right, Swiatek survives. Back to deuce. That makes sense. I hope Eala comes in there at some point. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we could put Mensik and Eala as almost like rookie of the year at this stage. Maybe Fonseca as well and Tien have got to be mentioned as well as rookies of the year. But I still think Draper has been more impressive than any of them. I mean, he's in the top 10 and they're not, right? So that's a big plus. As it a 4 down line for Penko, that goes wide and it's advantage. And same with Andreeva, right? Andreeva's, won back-to-back 1,000 titles. She's beaten a lot of the big names in the top 10. Eala had a great Miami and Eala had, some big wins, but Andreeva is in the top 10 and man, look, but there's still time, right? It's only like April. We've got like another 6 months until we for these two to maintain that, right? Draper on clay, we don't know what to expect from him, and maybe someone else on clay rises while we're not. Well, some other young player, does well, or someone who hasn't, somebody else breaks through on the clay. I don't know. Anyway, slice goes into the forehand of Penko. Swiatek puts up a lob. Penko with a swing volley is a winner, and it's back to deuce. Back to deuce. But Draper's 23 and Mensik's 19. Yeah, well, see, I think a lot of people are getting confused with breakthrough and what like that means. Like, some of you are thinking it means rookie, or some of you thinking that it means like player that's done nothing does something. But for me, it means like most improved. Like breakthrough, someone who's broken through and improved to a new height that they never had been before, right? Doesn't matter how old they are. I mean, Paolini last year, she's 28 and she broke through, right? She was the probably most improved / breakthrough of the year for me because she went from her whole career was just kind of like an average of 30 in the world, and then all of a sudden she's top 10 and win 2 Grand Slam finals. You're like, she broke through. It was just at 28 years old, right? You don't have to be like a teenager to break through. That's why we have like, young gun of the year or rookie of the year, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, Swiatek take advantage. As Penko return goes down the line, Swiatek forehand on the stretch goes in. The forehand of Penko. And Swiatek forehand cross again. The forehand to Penko to the backhand of Swiatek. Penko backhand. Again, the back of Swiatek. But Swiatek gets it out. We're back to deuce. Most improved and rookie, same thing. No. I don't think it is. I think rookie is a completely different category. There's like, rookie is like players that like 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, like a young player who's sort of having like a break, like having their first really good season. And then breakthrough is like someone who's like taken their game to a whole new level and broken into like a whole new category of player, which is what, you can argue that Eala and Mensik have done that too. But for me, I think Mensik's got way more room to grow, and same with Eala. But Draper, he's gone from like a good player and he's broken through to the top 10 and he's a great player now, And same with Andreeva. Last year, she was a good player. Next year, like this year, she's been a great player, and put herself in the top 10. And there's, you know what I'm saying, chat? There's like different level. It's a different thing. I mean, yeah, Feast might be rookie of the year. I mean, you got to talk about him too, right? All right. Anyways, advantage for Swiatek trying to hold here. Serving to the backhand of Penko. Backhand of Swiatek. That goes out. We're back to deuce. Rookie is first year driver. Yeah, but I don't know if we can do that with tennis because first year would technically mean a lot of players who play at 16 or 17 play first year, right? So I don't know if rookie of the year is... It's not applicable to Eala because her rookie year was like 2 years ago. But I feel like rookie of the year should apply to a young player who's sort of had their best, like their first like full year on tour. Whereas last year, Eala was kind of like playing challenges. She was playing qualies. This year, it's like it's going to be her first full year on tour. Like her first top tier of the top tier level, right? Mensik might not even be able to be a part of rookie of the year because he's played 2 seasons already and at the top level, right? Anyways, Penko with a return winner. Rookie of the year has to go to like Tien or Fonseca, who have they're playing their first full year on the top level of the tour, right? Anyways, back to Penko, who's trying to break back here. Anyways, we'll talk about this at the end of the year when we know more information. Because there could be somebody we haven't even heard of that might unexpectedly do something. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. It's a double fault. Oh, man. God, that sucks, man. That sucks. We're back on serve. That was a long service game as well for Swiatek to get broken on. 4-1 is a lot different than it's a lot different from 3-2. Would have felt like she could breathe a little bit. All right, Penko back on serve. Scary part is Penko's not even playing that well at the moment. She's dropped her level a bit. That's the scary part. Another thing people do not understand is you can not name someone most improved if they do not have previous record to improve upon. Like Challenger versus ATP, yeah. Yeah, look, there's no Rookie of the Year tennis award. Well, see, like, we do the Tennis Talk Awards, and I like to use Rookie of the Year because I think it's cool. I think it's a cool, like, I like Rookie of the Year. I like it in other sports. But I know, for me, rookie it should probably be Young Player of the Year. Because it's so hard to define a rookie because some players start at 16 and that's their first full season. Some players start at 20 and that's their first rookie year, right? But it's so hard to define, so we might just have to rename it to Young Player of the Year. And anyone under the age of 21 is eligible and they can win 5 in a row if they want, like young player of the year might be the better terminology. Because rookie, people get confused with the word rookie because other sports use it in like as first season, but it's hard to like I don't know. It's too hard to explain. So we have to redefine it, I think. But most improved for me is pretty easy, and like breakthrough is and most improved are the same. Yeah, newcomer of the year. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But again, like people get that confused too because like Mensik is not new, right? Mensik was around last year and he was doing things last year, so he's not new. But I don't know. Anyways, good return there from Penko with a forehand cross-court winner. Breakthrough and most improved for me are sort of the same thing. Because someone's improved so well that they've broken through to, like, again, like I said, a whole different level. Like, Draper going from, like I said, good player last year to great player this year and winning big titles and getting big wins on against big names. Mensik won Miami and beat Djokovic, yeah, but Draper's done a little more than that. Mensik's ranking hasn't reflected that result yet. You know what I'm saying? And on the women's side, Eala had a great run in Miami. She beat some big names, but she didn't win the title, and she also hasn't... Her ranking is still 70 in the world, so she's got to get her ranking up more to sort of be in the same consideration as Andreeva, right? For me. At least for me. But I think Rookie of the Year could go to Eala. She definitely could be Rookie of the Year. Or at least Young Player of the Year, because she's 19, and she's... I don't think anyone, besides Andreeva, I don't think anyone under the age of 21 is done that much. Anyway, it's 15:30. Double fault there for Ostapenko. A chance to get the break again. As the return goes into the backhand of Penko. Backhand out from Swiatek goes wide. Bad miss. 30-0. Comeback player of the year. Ooh. Bencic on the ladies. And maybe on the men's, maybe Nishikori? Did he play last year? I don't think he did. Ace out wide. Nishikori or Berrettini? Or maybe Cilic. I think they all came back from injuries this year, right? But I think on the women's side, it's got to be Bencic, right? Because she came back from having a baby. I mean, she technically came back at the end of last year, but she was playing like challenges at the end of last year. 4-4 rally. Penko hits a winner, and it's 3-0. Second set. New player of the year is Connie. Yeah, well, give us a better name and we can use it. The umpire went to look at the mark and then just turned around and went back. Berrettini, Cilic both had good comebacks so far. Yeah. Brooksby is another one. Yeah, Brooksby. Yeah, maybe he might be comeback player of the year on that list too. Anyways, 3-0. We're back on serve. Just when we thought Swiatek was figuring it out. As we serve from Swiatek. There's an ace down the tee, 15-up. But look, we'll talk about... I think this is probably a conversation we need to have after Wimbledon. Because I think it's a little bit too early, because there's not that many players we can put on... Like, we can't pick 5 players for each of those categories yet, so it's probably a little too early. But once we get through Wimbledon, after Wimbledon, we'll be able to like go, okay, there's 5 players that we can name in those categories, and we can have a better discussion. At the moment, it's like 2 players between 2 different players, right? All right, 15 love. Swiatek serves again. As the backhand return goes the backhand of Swiatek. Backhand out from Penko on the net. 30 love. What category is Monfils in? I feel like we could do a new category of 35 over. Who has had the best season, 35 and plus? Maybe we do the veteran of the year or something like that, or the senior player of the year or something. Someone over 35. We can add a category. Play 21 and under, and then 35 and over. Backhand return. Goes in the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand from Penko is wide. 40 love. By the way, Shelton's up 4-3 against Cerundolo in the third. Let's go. Clay court Shelton. Clay court Shelton. It's a thing. It's a thing. $40 love. Swiatek serves a fault. Second serve. Clayton. Let's go. Serve again. In the back of the Penko. Return goes long, and it's 4-3. Swiatek in the second. She gets back the lead. All right. How we doing, chap? Now we've got Alcaraz coming up in 30 minutes against Arthur Fils. So stay tuned. This match is long. What, an hour and 15? It's not that long. They've had a couple of long games, though. Like the last service game of Swiatek was a marathon. I really hope Swiatek can win the second. Or she could have been up 5-2. Swiatek is shaking in her boots. And not at the moment. She's in the lead, so she is okay at the moment. Revenge for Fils. Oh, I can't wait to see that. It's going to be such a great matchup. Hopefully it's a good match. Please, Ostapenko, hold, then break. Okay. All right. 4-3 Swiatek. Swiatek. Back to Penko. Back to Ostapenko, who's serving with a new ball. And Penko serves. Into the front. Swiatek return is into the slice. Oh no, Penko can't get it. Love 15. Great return winner by Swiatek. Love 15. Now, Swiatek's only won, I think, 3 sets against Penko in their 5 meetings. I think it's 3. I want to say 3. I think it's 3. Definitely 2. The US Open and the Dubai tournament, she won the first set, lost the match. But I think there was another one where Penko might have won a set against Penko. Oh no, so they're the only 2. So she won 2 sets against Penko in how many sets? In 12 sets? 2 out of 12? So yeah, last match they played was straight sets. It was 3 sets the time before, 3 sets the time before, and then straight sets. So Swiatek has not won a set against Penko on clay, but she has won 2 sets in their 5 meetings, which is not great. It's not a great stat, but love 30, by the way. Second serve, Penko. Serve in the back of Swiatek. Return goes to front of Penko. Swiatek back on the stretch. Goes long. 15-30. I also think we need to mention that this is Swiatek's second match on clay for the season. And not saying that she can't adapt and not saying that she's going to struggle because she's the clay queen. But also, like, moving on clay, sliding on clay, getting used to the clay. She had such an easy first match that it would have been better if she'd played Vekic. It would have given her a little bit more of a feeling of this sort of matchup. But she's doing okay at the moment. 15-30. As Penko's backhand goes short. Swiatek on the attack. Penko with a forehand cross. In the net. 15-40. She's definitely struggling to like slide around a little more than usual, Swiatek, because of the pace. But All right, 15-40. Break points, Swiatek. Penko serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. There's the backhand return for Swiatek. The backhand Penko on the stretch. In comes Swiatek. Penko with a pass. Goes wide. All right. Iga Swiatek's going to serve for the second. 5-3. Thank you, Ken, for not bashing Swiatek. When have I ever done that? All right, 5-3. 5-3. Swiatek's going to serve for the second set. Try and win a third set against Penko in their meetings. All right, 5-3. Swiatek serves. Serve to the back of Penko. Return. Nope, that's a fault. All right, second serve. Second serve. As a return is a winner by Penko. Love 15. Alcaraz's match is coming up in like 25 minutes. All right, 15. Love 15. By the way, I know that Barcelona's weather is supposed to be like kind of crappy. So, but at the moment it's not raining. But it's supposed to rain later, so we'll see what happens. All right, serving the back end of Penko. Penko on there, 15-0. $15-all. Serve again. Into the forehand of Penko. Return is wide. 30-15. Penko just sort of swinging wildly a little bit. 30-15. Serve again. Now wide is a let. All right, return goes into the net by Penko. Set point, Swiatek, 40-15. 40-15. Set points. 7-2. The back of the Penko. Return goes short. Swiatek backhand winner. We're going 3, baby. Iga Swiatek. A little bit of a jog to the chair. And she takes the second. Swiatek's going to go to the bathroom. And then we're going to play the third. All right. Iga Swiatek takes the second after a little bit of hiccup in the middle of the set. But she gets it in the end. All right. But Penko's serving first in the third, so let's see if that makes a difference. Is this redemption day? We'll see. Much better set by Swiatek, 8 winners and 10 errors, and only got broken the one time. That was to get broken back at 3-1. But much better set by Swiatek, won 80% of her first serve points as well, which is very good. And hit 3 aces. Penko, 10 winners and 14 errors, and broke both times that she had chances, but... Sorry, she got broken both times she faced break points, so that's not good. Ooh, Shelton's up 5-4 against Cerundolo. Let's go. Let's go. Penko looks tired? I don't know about that. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. I don't think she looks tired. She has played doubles, though, so maybe she is from yesterday in the doubles. First time I'm actually not watching this matchup. I don't want to jinx it. Fair enough. Get Penko angry at your peril. Yeah, let's just everybody just keep their cool. We don't need to make anyone angry. She did play well against Navarro in the third. You're right. She ran away with the third. Cerundolo led multiple times in the match. I know. A huge win by Shelton. Swiatek wouldn't let it be easy for Penko. Going 3. That's it. Only the third time she's won a set against Penko. And a little bit of a positive reaction after winning that set too. The coaches loved it. Let's see if they can finish the job. It's commendable for Penko to carry on in singles and doubles, which with such great form. Yeah, she's a beast in both arenas. By the way, Chad, if we have to do a double header, we will. I have it set up so that we can if we need to. So it's all good. Swiatek coming back in the bathroom. If we have to do a double header, we can. All right. Swiatek is back. And Penko is going to serve first in the third. Chat, who's winning the third set? Give me some predictions. Give me some numbers. Give me some names. Give me some words. What do you think, chat? Do you think Penko can keep the unbeaten record alive? Or do you think Swiatek can finally get that win? I said Swiatek in 3. I'm going to stick with that because that is what I'm going to do. Penko 6-4, 6-2 Swiatek, 6-4 Penko, 6-4. Okay, a lot of people going a lot of different results. Penko with an ace on the first point, 15 love. $15 love. As she double faults. And it's 15-0. Boys, Vera Marijan's coming up soon as well, so we'll keep an eye on that result too. A lot of tennis coming up today. It's been a busy, busy day. Of course, these players didn't play yesterday, which is why we're playing today. They all had a day off yesterday for the religious reasons. In Stuttgart only, though. Munich played. You know, Swiatek gets a return, but it's wide. 30-15. $30-15. A bit of serve again from Penko. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the front of Penko. Penko puts it away. 40-15. $40-15. As the return goes out by Swiatek, 1 love. 1 love, Penko in the third. Shelton, did Shelton just have match point? Damn it. He just had match point. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it. Man, he's about to win that match. That's crazy. One love Penko, final set. All right. Now Swiatek is like the first set where she's got to serve second. A lot more pressure. Shelton's got another match point. What the hell? Holy cow. All right. Serve. There's a fault. By the way, did Shelton save match point in the middle in the second set, or did he just not have to do that? All right, second serve, Swiatek. Serve to the backhand of Penko. Backhand of Swiatek, the backhand of Penko. And Swiatek backhand. Again, the backhand of Penko. Goes on the line for a winner. Uh-oh. Love 15. Love 15. He didn't? No, I don't think he did either. He was at 6-all and 7-all, right? He won. Shelton won? What? That's huge. Holy hell. I had Cerundolo winning the whole thing because he's a clay court guy. Wow. Shelton is into the final of a clay court 500 in Europe. Wow. That's huge. That's huge. I love 15 here. Wow. Clay court Shelton's a thing. Let's go. Backhand return, Penko's a winner. Love 30. Love 30. Swiatek in trouble. Shelton's in the final. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Love it. It's crazy. I love it. I love 30. Penko looking for that early break. Serve to the forehand of Penko. Return goes in, but it's called a fault. Penko's taken off a hat, by the way. Second serve. Second serve, Swiatek. USA. Second serve down the tee. The backhand of Penko. Backhand of Swiatek on the stretch. Penko, backhand. Cross court. Swiatek gets it. Again to the backhand of Penko. Swiatek backhand. To the Penko backhand. Penko hits a win up. Love 40. Love 40. Love 40. Swiatek in trouble. To start the final set. Love 40. Love 40. As we to serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Seven to the corner. Penko return is wide. Oof, Penko smacked it though. She was going for that winner, but she missed. 15-40. 15-40. Serve again. To the back end of Penko. Return goes into the forehand of Swiatek. Swiatek gets wide. So love Penko. Final set. Uh-oh. Feels like the first set. 2-0 Penko. Final set. Can we be surprised that Alexandra Eala beat Pegula so easily? I kind of was. Yeah, I was surprised she beat her easily, but I wasn't surprised she won. I had a feeling Alexandra Eala might win that one. I didn't think it would be straight sets and 6-love, right? I thought, it could be a close straight set or a 3-setter, but I didn't. Based on their head-to-head, it wasn't a super surprise. But it was a surprise that she won that easily. As Penko slices it back, Swiatek backhand cross-court winner. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Love 15. Penko serves. As the return goes in from Swiatek, Penko gets it. The back of Swiatek, Penko on the stretch. Goes down the line. Now Swiatek with trouble as we're backing up Penko down the line winner. Great hitting from Penko, 15-all. Just when you think Swiatek's in the rally, Penko just puts it away. 15-all. Ostapenko serves again. Into the forehand, Swiatek. Return goes long, 30-15. What's your insight on Alexandra Eala? Is she for real? I think if Eala plays like she did in Miami, if that's her best tennis, if she plays that more often, she will be top 20. Eventually, maybe even close to top 10. I mean, being left-handed is such an advantage in itself, and then being aggressive is such consistently aggressive. She just needs to get the serve a little bit better, and yeah. And it's 30-all, Penko in the net. Look, she won a US Open Juniors. She is 19, and she just beat up 3 Grand Slam champions in a row, including both of these ladies in Miami. She lost to Pegula by this much. If that's the best tennis she's got, and she plays like that more often, she'll be a very tough competitor. And she's also got, she's got heart and she fights. She's not like just a big hitter and then she loses her temper. She fights. She's, scrappy. She doesn't seem to get tired. So yeah, she's got the mentality. That's for sure. And that's the hard part, right? Some players might have all the shots, but then they just mentally get frustrated. But she doesn't seem to get frustrated or just, or not happy about things, right? Anyways, Penko 40-30. What are the postcards? They're from people in the chat. If you want to send a postcard, PO box somewhere. Send postcards to the PO box. As Penko goes to 3-love with some good serving. 3-0 Ostapenko, final set. All right. Thank you, Dutchie. There it is. PO box in the chat. Send through your postcards. I'm going to the PO box I have to go to the PO box this weekend. I keep forgetting. I'll go this weekend. Penko, let's have a bagel. Okay. I'm not a fan of either of these two players, but I love Penko beating Swiatek, okay? What's going on, London lady? How you doing? How you doing? Pardon me. By the way, Alcaraz comes up against Feast in the next 10 minutes. We'll see how the next couple of games go, and we'll get that match started. Otherwise, if Penko keeps running away with this, we might start the Alcaraz match a tad later than maybe a couple of games. Hopefully not too many games, but maybe a little bit fraction late. But just depends on this how the set goes. If Swiatek starts coming back, we'll do a doubleheader. All right, Penko is running away with this. Postcards are still a thing? Yeah. The wall has been converted into a digital wall because I don't have any space anymore. All this has been covered. All right, 3-love Penko, final set. Now remember, Penko did go up 4-love in the first set. And then was, I think, up 5-1. So Swiatek needs this game. This game is very important. She has to win this game. Actually, you know what? Barcelona is not going to start until the doubles finishes, right? I think. So Alcaraz's match is going to be delayed, I think, because of the doubles. Nope, scrap that. Doubles has been on another court. Don't worry about it. I thought the doubles was on. It is on, but it's not on the same court. No. Doubles is on another court. I thought I just see a doubles match in Barcelona, but that's on court 1. It's not on the main center court. So don't worry about it. Forget what I said. Unless you like doubles. Then watch that. All right, 3-love. My bad. Scratch that. Yeah, scratch that. As we served down the tee, ace from Swiatek, 15-love. I got excited. Like, oh, maybe we have time. No, we don't. We do not have time. All right, 15-love. Swiatek serves again. Into the back of Penko, return the back of Swiatek. Penko forehand on the stretch. Goes wide. 30-love. 30-love. As we serve again. From Swiatek. Too good. Nope, it's a let. A let serve. By the way, Zverev versus Marijan is going to come on as well, so we'll keep an eye on that result as well. This match is done. It's only one break. All right, 30-love. Swiatek serves again. To the backhand of Penko. Good return the forehand Swiatek. Penko forehand down the line. Swiatek gets with the backhand. In the backhand of Penko, it's a drop shot, but it's terrible. Swiatek comes to the net. Penko with a lob. Swiatek with a backhand volley. Penko backhand down the line. Swiatek's there with a slice. As Penko forehand cross-court winner. That's the doubles in Penko there with the lob and all the shots. 30-15. Fizet is done and dusted very soon. I don't think Swiatek would get rid of Wim Fizet during the clay season. If she doesn't win this match, I don't think he gets. She's not going to change coaches after this match. If anything, this is a positive that she got a set over Penko, because last time they played a couple months ago was way worse than this. So this is a step in the right direction, even if Swiatek loses. So I would say this is an absolute win, right? 40-15. So yeah, I think the only way that I think Wim Fizet and Swiatek part ways, she serves an ace 3-1, would be if Swiatek doesn't win a clay court title. I think that's when you got to think, well, what's happening here? If she doesn't win Rome or Madrid or Roland Garros, I think if she doesn't win a clay title, then we're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about it, you know. But if she loses to Ostapenko in 3 sets, I mean, this is not a fireable offense, I don't think. Swiatek's got to set off Penko, so there's some positivity there. Even if she loses, it's like, okay, well, how do we win the second set then? Well, how can we do that again? How do we win the second set twice, you know, in a match? And it's 15-love. You know what I mean? If no titles on the clay, then this year, she might rethink it, yeah. But then again, maybe Swiatek brought Fizet on to help her at Wimbledon. So maybe after Wimbledon, if nothing's changed, or nothing, like she hasn't won anything by then, you know, who knows? Anyway, Swiatek gets a passing shot, but it's wide for a 30-love. You know, we're not sure what the motivation was behind getting Fizet. Obviously, he's a great coach and he's, you know, proven. But we don't know what Swiatek wanted him to help her with, you know. Was it clay court tennis to make her better? Was it to beat Penko? Was it to beat, you know, Sabalenka? Was it to play well on fast courts? Like, we don't know what the reasoning was behind the hiring. We thought it was to maybe get a little bit more aggressive, maybe with her game. But only she knows, and he knows what they're trying to help. Because she's not going to tell us, because then everyone will know. 40-love. As we're serving out the forehand of Swiatek, return goes forehand of Penko. Swiatek forehand again to the forehand of Penko. Goes in line the back of Swiatek on the stretch. Penko backhand. Into the back of Swiatek on the stretch. Penko slice in the net. 40-15. Why is the Gelfi-Lipchenko match suspended? I have no idea what you're talking about. Probably because of rain. If I'm thinking I know where it is, probably because it's raining. But I also don't know where that match is being played. All right. All right, good serve. Oh, sorry, first is a fault, my bad. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault Penko, 40-30.
Myself in there.
40-30. I have $65 on Penko and 13 live on Swiatek to secure. Okay. Yeah, Fizeta's coach Zhang and Naomi Osaka, but also Kerber, Azarenka, Halep, Kvitova, I think as well for a bit. Kleisters as well. So he's got really good. He's got a really good resume. Anyways, that goes in the net from Swiatek. Penko stays in front with the break. 4-1, final set. Rune wins semi-final in Barcelona 3-2. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Now, like I said, we've got Alcaraz taking on Feast. They're about to walk out on court, so we'll just wait and see what happens in the next couple of games, because if we have to get to that match slightly delayed, then we will, but we'll see what happens with Swiatek's next serve. If she holds and then fights back, we'll make a double header, but until we've got a little bit of time up our sleeve. Look, if we have to rock up at 1-all or 2-1 in the first set of the Alcaraz match, we will. I think that's a big. We'll do that if we have to. Feast walking out first. Oof. Yeah, this is a big match, big rematch. Raducanu doesn't need a second Porsche. Why is she not playing this tournament? Because she doesn't need a second Porsche. No Raducanu, no, but she's playing next week, so we'll see her in Madrid, which is worth more points. Ostapenko doesn't even look like a tennis player. It's amazing how good she is. What do you mean she doesn't look like a tennis player? Have you seen how she hits the ball? She smacks the shit out of it. She'd beat the crap out of anybody in the chat. I don't think Swiatek will ever beat Swiatek. Okay, will ever beat Penko? Yeah. I think she will. I'm optimistic. Yeah, Raducanu prioritized Billie Jean King Cup this year, which is fair. It's fine. She got 2 wins there, where maybe on the clay here she wouldn't have got that many. You are always optimistic. I think it's better to be optimistic. Just makes it's nicer. Anyways, 4-1. Swiatek serving into the back end of Penko. Back end of Swiatek is a winner. 15 love. Shelton, really amazing player. Unpredictable results. Oh yeah, today's win was awesome. As a Shelton fan, it was amazing. Love that for Shelton. All right. First serve's a fault by Swiatek. Second serve. Second serve, the back end of Penko. Penko hits a return winner, 15-all. 15-all. There's been a fault by Swiatek. That was a late call by the umpire. He overruled it. Second serve. All right, second serve. Double fault. Oof, that was a big second serve. Big miss. 15-30. 15-30. The end is in sight. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to watch Swiatek in Madrid. And a bit of serve. Into the backhand slice of Penko. Return goes out. That's a good serve. 30-all. We might also be watching Swiatek tomorrow if she comes back. She will need an epic comeback. It will have to be an all-time comeback. As with a fault from Swiatek. Second serve. There's a big return here. Big second serve. Big return from Penko as well. 30-all. Second serve goes to the back of Penko. Return the back and goes out by Penko though. Swiatek survives. 40-30. That was a big return missed by Penko. Swiatek hangs on. 40-30. It is only one break, exactly. It is only one break of serve. Swiatek serves again. As a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Swiatek. Into the back of Penko. Return is in the net. And it's 4-2. Swiatek holds. Penko still with the break. But Swiatek hangs on. Is Andreeva still here in the tournament? No, she lost to... Who did she lose to? Alexandrova. She lost to Alexandrova, who is now in the semis. So the winner of this will play Alexandrova, who took out... she took out Pegula and Mirra Andreeva this week. That's pretty huge. Back-to-back top 10 wins. It's kind of crazy. Ace-7 seat from Penko. 15-love. Umpire's out the chair to check. He says out.
It's out.
Okay.
It's out.
Umpire overrule, and Penko's like, are you serious? Second serve. Second serve. To the back of Swiatek. Good return. Penko slice lob. Swiatek on the attack. Puts it away. Huge turnaround. Love 15. From an ace to a Swiatek winner. Love 15. Great hitting from Swiatek. Made the most of it. Love 15. All right, back to Penko. She serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Penko. To the forehand, Swiatek. Return goes long. Bad miss. Bad miss. 15-all. Bad miss by Swiatek. That was a chance. It was a good second serve, but that was bad miss. 15-all. As Penko serves again. As the return goes in the net from Swiatek, Penko watches it go in the net. 30-15. We get a serve again from Penko. She's 6 points away from the win. She serves a fault. Second serve. Alcaraz and Fischer are about to start. All right, second serve. Oh, double fault. Okay. Double fault from Penko. 30-all. Yeah, Feast Alcaraz have just started. We'll wait and see what this game does, and then we'll see if we do a doubleheader. If Swiatek breaks back here, we'll go a doubleheader. Because I know people in the other stream are like, what's going on? All right, 30-all, big point. As Penko down the line forehand. Swiatek with a great return, though, as Penko gets the free point. Swiatek overhits it. God, it was a great return by Swiatek, too. 40-30. A great return. And then Swiatek just, the backhand just hit it long. The forehand return was great, though, but Penko just guides it down the line. It wasn't even that powerful. And Swiatek just hits it long. By the way, 30-love Feast. What a drop shot winner from Feast. What a start. And it's Penko with a fault second serve. To go to 5-2 Penko in the final set. Great drop shot winner from Feast. As a backhand return, winner by Swiatek. All right.
This is gonna be on tennis TV, bro.
Deuce. We get the deuce. Great return winner by Swiatek. Oh, Zverev's playing as well. Okay. It's all happening. Everything's happening. But also, I think Sabalenka's playing in an hour, so we'll keep an eye on her score after. Well, she'll play after this match, pretty much. All right. Ace-7-T. Penko advantage to take the 5-2 lead. Also, Feast at 40. Love to start the match. It's still 4-2 Penko, not 5-2. Chat, did I say 5-2? Or so, what did I say? Anyways, return goes in the back of Penko. Swiatek forehand. Into the forehand. Penko shanks it. And we're back to deuce. This is the chance, chat. This is it. This is the chance. Swiatek's got to make this count. We get back to deuce. Cam said there was a point for 5-2. Okay, cool. He said to make it 5-2. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. Anyways, return goes into the forehand of Penko. Great shot down the line. Slash Swiatek goes in. Penko down the line. Backhand goes long. Oh, does it? No. Penko celebrates, but it's out. Advantage Swiatek to get back on serve in the final set. Chad, if you want to exercise demons, coming back from 4-1 in the final set against the Boogie Woman is the way to do it. If Swiatek came back and won this match, she wouldn't even remember they played 5 times earlier. This would be like a total redemption. As Penko serves a fault, second serve. Second serve, Penko. Into the back of Swiatek, return goes long. She went for it. I respect it. She should have gone for it. She went for it. She missed it. But she went for it. But she missed it, but she went for it. And I think that was the right move. That goes in. We're back on serve. I think that was the right shot. It was a bad execution, but it was the right idea. That's what Swiatek had to do. She just had to hit it in. And as Penko serves another fault second serve, by the way, Feast wins the first game 1-love against Alcaraz. Oh, pardon me, chap. Swiatek return in the net. Advantage Penko. Advantage Ostapenko. To take a 5-2 lead final set. By the way, check. We're almost at 600 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well. If you haven't already, we've got Alcaraz Feast coming up next. It's just started. As we serve in the back of Swiatek, return goes in the back of Penko. Swiatek forehand. Goes long. 5-2 Penko. In the final set, she hangs on to that game. And now Swiatek's going to serve to stay in the match. All right. 5-2 Ostapenko final set. Winner plays Alexandra Eala tomorrow. That is what is going on. You remember that match against Osaka at Roland Garros? Yeah, true. It's over? All right, if you say so. Sasha's already up 2-love in Munich. Nice. Yeah, Penko edging closer to an Iga win over Iga again. Crazy. By the way, really windy in Barcelona. Alcaraz's shirt is flying all over the place. All right, one game away from keeping the clean sheet against Swiatek. Alexandrova will be hard for either one of these ladies. Oh, yeah. Penko Alexandrova is going to be over in like an hour, but it'll be 3 sets or 3 tiebreaks. They'll play 3 tiebreaks in 1 hour. Maybe an hour and a half. Stupid Tennis Channel switched to the men's game as it started. Why didn't they finish the ladies first? Lame. Yeah, that's a weird one. That's what I'm trying to do. I know people are probably upset that we're not watching Alcaraz now, but like I said, we're going to miss out on like 3 games of Alcaraz unless Swiatek comes back from the dead. But that's kind of wild. That they would, like, especially at this match is like in the 3rd set. I mean, they just ditched this match to watch Alcaraz. I mean, I get it. Alcaraz Fils is a great match, but it's also like just starting, so we can get there a little bit delayed. You don't have to get there on the first point. I feel like the 5-2 in the 3rd is a bit more important at this stage. But we'll get there in a second, don't worry. All right, Swiatek serving to stay in the match. Penko trying to win a Porsche. And also keep the clean sheet against Swiatek. As people keep whistling on the crowd, can you stop doing that? I love Penko. She's going to be my wife for this. Yeah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Anyways, first there's a fault, second serve. Second serve. As we get a return now from Penko. That goes wide. 15 love. Alcaraz, by the way, is at 30 all. He's in trouble. But Fils hits it out. 40-30. Pretty similar how I got my wife. Well, your wife won a tennis match against Iga Swiatek and then proposed to you? Or something. Anyways, back in there from Penko. 30 love. 30 love. Serve again from Swiatek. Alcaraz holds, by the way, 1-1 in the first set of that match. All right, first is a fault by Swiatek. Second serve. Second serve, Swiatek. And a double fault. All right, 30-15. All right, 30-15. Penko 3 points away from another victory. This is the chat. Is there any more active head-to-head that is more confusing than this one? As it a backhand rally, Swiatek again at the back of the Penko on the stretch. Swiatek with a forehand cross goes wide. 30 all. I mean, maybe Monfils Djokovic 20-0 is more confusing because you're like, how does Monfils not won one match? That's crazy, right? But this has got to be up there too, right? It's one of the most confusing head-to-heads. Because most of the time that Penko's beaten Swiatek's been higher ranked. Like, I don't think Swiatek's been like I'm pretty sure like at least 4 of the matches, Penko was lower ranked. Which is wild. Backhand to forehand rally as Penko hits it long, 40-30. Let me have a look. First time they played, Swiatek was 65 in the world. Penko was higher ranked. Indian Wells 21. Swiatek was 4 in the world. Penko was 29. The 5 matches that Penko has beaten Swiatek in. 4 matches out of the 5 matches, She has been higher ranked, but not only that, Swiatek's been top 10, and Penko's been outside the top 20, and that includes this match. Swiatek has been top 10 in 5 out of the 6 matches, and Penko has been outside the top 20. That's crazy. Anyways, match... Sorry, we get to deuce. It was 40-30, we get to deuce. As Swiatek serves. That's crazy. 5, if she wins this one, it's 5 out of 6, where Penko has been outside the top 20 and Swiatek's been inside the top 10. Yet, Penko wins. I think the word you were looking for is polarized. Yeah, it's weird, right? It's just, I mean, the word I'm looking for is strange. Backhand return into the forehand of Swiatek. Forehand from Penko. Again to the forehand of Swiatek. And Swiatek in the net. Match point Penko to make it 6-0. A bagel of matches. Also, Alcaraz got a break point. 30-40 first games in the match. We'll get to that after this point, possibly. 30-40. Match point Penko. This is just when, like, every time we watch this match, I'm like, oh, maybe this time. Maybe this. Swiatek's got this one. It's on clay, right? Right? Serve to the forehand. Penko return is wide. Ooh. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Good serve, Swiatek. She survives. Back to deuce. Also, Feast double faults and gets broken. 2-1. Alcaraz with the break. We're not missing much yet. We'll get to that right on time. Serve at the back of Penko. Return. Into the forehand of Swiatek. Penko forehand cross. Swiatek gets it. Off the tape to the forehand of Penko. Swiatek forehand again on the stretch. As Penko gets another match point. Swiatek overhits it. Advantage Ostapenko to make it 6 in a row. Chat, this is the definition of boogie woman. You know how I say that word a lot? I'm like, oh, the boogeyman, the boogie woman. This is the definition. This is probably where I created the word for this matchup. It means somebody that just beats somebody no matter what the rankings. It's just somebody who just wins against the other player no matter what the rankings. This is the definition of a boogie woman. Backhand return goes the backhand of Swiatek into the forehand of Penko. As Swiatek forehand goes down the line, Penko's there with the backhand slice. Swiatek slice forehand. Penko winds up, hits a backhand cross court. Swiatek gets it. Down the line to the forehand of Penko. As Swiatek forehand cross court goes wide, it's 6-0. It's 6-0! What is this matchup? How is this a thing? How is this a thing? Penko does it again. Swiatek walks away she just wants to get the hell out of there because she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know how to... Penko's like, I did it again. I did it again. She's telling the umpire, hey, look, it happened again. I did it again. The umpire's like, congratulations. Wow. Ostapenko versus Swiatek only ends one way. Yeah, Swiatek should be pissed off. I mean, look, disappointed, I think Swiatek should be. I don't know if she should be pissed off. I don't think that... Look, the positives for Swiatek, she got a set, which she hadn't got a set in the last match they played. Yeah, it was on clay, and maybe Swiatek should have liked her chances more, but look, this clay court is not Roland Garros, so there's still hope that Swiatek, if they played at Roland Garros, would have a bit more time to hit the ball because the fast court's a little bit faster here. The ball flies a little bit more, but Penko wins anyway, so Penko is going to be dancing to the locker room. All right. And now it's Penko versus Alexandra Eala when it was supposed to be Pegula versus Swiatek. So that's the semi. That's the semi. All right, GG's. I'm going to send you over the next one because we've got Feast taking on Alcaraz. It has already started, so I'll send you over there. And we will get that started. Alcaraz already up a break. He's up 6-2. No, 2-1. It's 2-1. He just started. But what a win by Penko. She keeps the clean sheet. And she knocks out Swiatek 6-3, 3-6, 6-2. And she's into the semi-final. She'll play Alexandra Eala tomorrow. Let's go watch the men's match.